Bienvenidos, my name is Monica. I go by Monica Style Muse. I feel like I have to reintroduce myself because it's a whole new world on here. Sorry for the mess. I feel like I'm just kind of in a space where I'm like, this is where I'm at. Like, it's a very like, I'm a mom now. My baby's about to be 9 months. I cannot believe this. Like, what is happening? But I'm just excited to just get back on YouTube. I thought it would be easy to just get back on here and do something as simple as like my updated everyday makeup routine. I've been struggling a lot with my skin lately, postpartum skin, hair loss, the whole nine. So I figured we can do like how my motherhood has been. Let me just put on, I'm gonna lay my wig with this right here. This is Eben right here. I'm just gonna make sure, you know. Okay, so let's just hydrate the skin. My skin's feeling a little dry right now. Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I have one of these in each room. Like, I'm like. So yeah, I have been a mother. I have been in my mother era for some time now. Oh, that is so good on the skin. But yes, I have been trying to get back on here for months, y'all. Like, I feel like so much of my life has happened. If you follow me, you know your girl's been going through so much heartbreak, and I'm just trying to just stay positive, I guess you could say. How has life been? I feel like being a mom has been the most beautiful experience I have ever, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm going in with this e.l.f. primer right here. I don't know, there's something so incredible about being a mom, knowing that this person looks at you every day. Like, I don't know, I feel like being a mom just gave me purpose. Life became so colorful since I became a mom, and I guess you can say God's timing, you know. God knows what he does with his timing, because wow, it's been a few months, you know. Nope, that's why I said I'm gonna keep this video light, because I really just want to keep it light. I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty, this Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer in 50N. I feel like being a mom has taught me patience, kindness, grace, not just with myself, but with others as well, I guess you can say. For those who didn't watch my birth story, I had a C-section and I was induced. Call me stupid, I didn't know what induced meant, okay? And child, mind you, I had a whole doula and everything, and I thought I was like, I know everything it is about, you know, giving birth. I didn't know nothing. I remember, oh, that's so pretty. I remember going in for my induction, child, I don't know. And knowing that I thought my son was gonna come out, you know, he was originally supposed to be Beyonce's birthday, but he decided to stay in until September 8th. But it's fine. I wanted a Virgo baby. I was like, I hope I have a Virgo baby. So I was really excited about that. Child, I'm being extra. I just wanted a healthy baby. Let me just make sure I give disclaimers, because not all of y'all, if y'all watching me for the first time, are gonna understand my sense of humor. But I was just so excited because, you know, my first baby, my whole pregnancy, I knew he was gonna be a boy. Like, I knew my baby was gonna be a boy because I had a dream about, I'm gonna have a boy. My pregnancy was incredible, I would say that. Like, I had no nausea, nothing. Like, I mean, I didn't even know I was pregnant. I got pregnant according to the blood work in November, like around Thanksgiving is when me and my man went to Nobu. We went to Cabo. And ironically, I was so unhappy around that time. Like, we went to Cabo because I needed a break. And I didn't know I was pregnant until like the end of January. And that was because I was like, where the heck is my period? I'm having cramps, but where is she? Because I went to New York, blamed the jet lag for my fatigue. No, it wasn't the jet lag. Your girl was pregnant. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Okay. When I got my blood work, my fiance and I, at the time boyfriend, super excited. Like, we were just over the moon because, one, we didn't expect that, but we weren't mad at it either, you feel me? So we were just so excited about that. There was a lot of controversy in regards to the fact of like, you guys should have waited to get pregnant. I mean, y'all should have got married first. And I just think that that whole concept is so tiring at this point, especially when people who live their life the way they see fit is like, they're not hurting, like we're not hurting anybody. And on top of that, let me be transparent. I just got my boobs done. I really wasn't trying to get pregnant, okay? But I guess the boobs did what they did. Let's just keep it a buck, okay? I'm a mom now, so I find myself being a little bit more vulgar. Is that a thing? Okay. But yeah, I only had my boobs fresh for 6 months. They ain't even dropped yet. Pregnant. Now they drop, okay? But I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. I'm just focused right now on just my mental health, being the best mom I can be. And yeah, so let's just put that out there. Like, I wasn't trying to get pregnant. Let's start there. Just turned 30, found out I was pregnant right before my 30th birthday, which is February 6th. My Aquarius is. And we ended up going to Miami because we were supposed to go turn up in Miami, and we ended up being pregnant in Miami. So, but we had the best time ever. But boy, am I so glad I was pregnant, because it truly, I don't remember life before a baby. I don't know if it's the pregnancy brain. Mommies, can you guys relate? I don't remember life that well. Like, it felt like life was just so black and white. And now life just feels so colorful. Every day, you don't really know what to expect. Every day is just so like, what now? Like today I was cooking and I went to make my coffee. Next thing I know, Carter is in the kitchen. Like, what is this human in the kitchen doing? Ay, Dios mío, like this is already happening. Like, you know, you hear about be careful, your baby starts growing quickly. He's already crawling to the kitchen like he's 9 months, not even 9 months yet, and he's already over here trying to do the most. And I'm so like, what? It's just so crazy. It's insane. But I'm just so excited about him and who he is and how he sees the world. I'm finding myself being a kid again. We went to Sesame Street for Mother's Day, and for those who don't know, I recently lost my mom, and I'll get in depth about it in another video. I just want this video to be a little bit more lighthearted. And we decided to go to Sesame Street for Mother's Day just to not be home, you know? And I'm so glad we did. We got so many cute pictures. Carter wasn't afraid of Elmo. And it's just been such an amazing experience being his mom. There's something so incredible, so hard to explain. But it's like, thank you for choosing me, you know? Thank you for choosing me. Because I felt like I was chasing something. I had no idea what I was trying to do. I've always had that maternal bone, but Carter has literally, like, wow. I don't even want to cry in this video because I don't even know how to explain it. Being a mom has been just the biggest gift there's been. He has no idea, and I hope when when we get older, I can tell him so he can understand, like, you have no idea how you saved me. He gives me purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was. My entire career has always been like, let me make my mom proud. And even still, to that capacity, I still want to make her proud. And I might not have her physically, but to know I have her spiritually, to have her spiritually is one thing, but to not have her like physically, it's probably one of the most devastating things I've ever experienced in my life. But oh my gosh, I'm over here blending everything. So, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Ironically enough, you guys, I wanted to have a C-section. I was so scared at the idea of pushing anything out of my I was so scared at that. Is that just like, I really was like, oh my gosh. And my OBG was like, no, like, you're gonna be fine. I didn't feel any contractions. Let's talk about my pregnancy, because when I tell you I didn't feel any contractions, nothing until that baby, I think I was like 3 centimeters. Child, let me tell you something. When that epidural comes in and you're not supposed to move, I was only 3 centimeters. In my mind, I thought he was coming out. Sorry, I'm putting more because I feel like I didn't apply enough. Not only did I get induced and have to get the epidural, by the time, the reason why I started getting like these severe cramps was like contraction was because I had to take the Pitocin, and then they put that balloon inside of me. Oh my gosh, in my mind, I thought I was gonna have like a, you know, like when you see the movies, oh, your water broke. Child, my water broke. John is like facing me. He's like, oh wow, because they take the balloon out of you. It was in your cervix for 12 hours. I don't know if you guys knew that part. When you get induced and you know your cervix is still not open, then they start pressing into your cervix by putting this balloon in there to push into your cervix, and that has to stay in you for 12 hours. Wow. Carter better always be nice to me, okay? I'm gonna give him like a few passes because I already know he has my personality, so that's inevitable. He was not trying to come, like, did y'all not see my birth video? He had an attitude from jump. This little boy acts like me, and I'm so scared because I was so scared of having a girl because she was gonna act like me. God said, oh no, baby, I'm gonna give you a boy. Such a happy baby. He is such a happy baby. Like, this little boy smiles at everything. I'm telling you, God literally knew I needed this joy in my life. He knew exactly what he was doing. Doesn't he always? Still don't understand certain things that he does, but for me, I think the C-section was probably the easiest part of my entire pregnancy, because towards the end, you know, that final trimester, child, that's not even, nah. That last trimester was out of this world. That last trimester felt like 9 months in itself. But once Carter came out, I was like, child, that's my kid. Get my kid. Like, I was just so excited. I have to admit, there was moments where I was feeling very not there, you know? And I recognized that it was during like my pumping sessions. I was feeling like every day everyone wanted to know how much I pumped. And it was making me so, like, even thinking about it makes me so like, oh my gosh, I hated that time in my postpartum, because every morning it was like, oh, how much did you make this morning? Even if it was just like a, how much did you pump? It was just the idea of like, they're hoping you did enough to feed your baby. And I didn't like it. I hated pumping. Like, oh my gosh, pumping to me was, it's not only do you have to take care of your kid, but you also have to then pump your body. I remember I was just putting that boy on like 15 and just pumping it so I could just get it over with. Oh my gosh, I would feel it everywhere. I would feel it like, oh, it was so miserable. I looked at my man. I was like, John, we need to get formula, because there's just no way that I'm gonna be able to keep doing this to myself. I'm not looking forward to doing this every day, and it's making me really sad and anxious. Like, I wasn't anxious having Carter or anything. I was anxious pumping. I wasn't really sad during my postpartum. I'm still in it. I know that postpartum depression can hit you at any second, and I honestly think because God knew he was about to hit me with something else, I think he tried to spare me, maybe. I don't know. But I definitely feel like finding my sexy has been something very different for me. Even the way like my boobs hang now, I'm so insecure about it. Things I weren't, first of all, I never even had boobs, and now I have them, now I have too much. But it's just one of those things where I'm just trying to like find my sexy again. Find where me and my man are. What makes us like us? Because now we're all about our kid, and I'm like, okay, but how do I still look good for me, for you, for us, you know? Like, I don't know who she is. Child, I didn't even go back to any of my old clothes. Like, I kept all my old clothes. I gave them all to Tati, my cousin. I was like, I'm not going back to her, because going back to her is setting expectations up for myself that are way too painful. And if I do go back to that size, cute. If I don't, it's fine. And having those size 2s in my storage, that was very problematic for me. So I gave them all to her. I said, I'm not using this. All right, I'm gonna go in with this Lucky. I've been loving a cream blush. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. This is the Rare blush, and I just like to just work it in. We go through so much, and we're just supposed to be good at everything. Like, we're supposed to just be graceful. I find myself now, I don't know if it's motherhood, I just have been more blunt. I don't know if it's becoming 30 when I turn 31. I am very much like, take it or leave it, you know? Like, I've been through too much to like have like surface level conversations, and just, no. I'm in a very clear space, if that makes sense. I think that's something that I'm very grateful for too, is I feel like once I turned 30, then I got pregnant, I became very protective of my baby and my space and my energy. I felt like for so long I've been so like, sure, like, let me just deal with whatever comes my way. I'll turn the other cheek. Now I feel like I am so clear and intentional about everything I say, everything I do. I'm very grateful for my tribe. I feel like when life gets hard, I know there's a lot of conversations about, you know, people change when they have, you know, babies. Rightfully so, you have a baby. And I'm just grateful for, I think it's important that when you have a baby, if you ever decide, right, that recognize, like, once I got pregnant, I recognized that it was no one's responsibility to help me with that baby other than my fiance. Like, for me, I was just like, although I knew I have a lot of support, I was very clear with my cousin, my brother, everyone. I was just like, yeah, we all, at the time we were all living together. I said, I know we're all living together, but you guys are not the ones having a baby. I think it's very clear for, I know sometimes, like, as mothers and who have family, you think like they're supposed to, but I made it a point, you're not supposed to. You didn't decide to have a baby. You didn't do what you do to get pregnant. It is not your responsibility. If you choose to help me, I'm very grateful, and I would be more than happy to, you know, receive your help. And one day looked at me like I was crazy because they're like, girl, child, anyways, yeah, we're helping you with the baby. And I'm like, no, but I wanted to make that clear because I feel like sometimes when you have a baby, people feel like, no, they're supposed, like, we expect the help, and it'd be nice, but my cousin's, what, 25, Huang is young, he's 28, it's nobody's responsibility, right? Granted, they have been the best, right? Like, I'm so grateful for them. Even my best friend, like, I'm so grateful for them. My family has just been in rotation helping me, but I just thought it was important, you know, for them to know. But as mommies and as somebody who always feels like they could do everything themselves, I absolutely don't do everything myself. Like, when people want to help me, absolutely. Who want to come over and help? Help, yes. How I'm doing this video right now because I've had a few hours to myself that I was able to film some content. But DK, I can just wake up and just do like a few videos a day. Oh, no, 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 no. But it's an adjustment. Like, even with my fiance, like, we are just in a space now that we have to communicate with our schedule and figure out what works for the both of us. Make sure we're, you know, listening, communicating. I'm also even though I'm going through a lot, I'm also being very careful with the way I'm speaking, because sometimes in my mind I might be like super nice, but it might be like too assertive and just too straightforward. And my fiance is a very soft-spoken, he's the complete opposite of me, and right now I'm on 1,000, you know, like my energy is, you know, I'm heartbroken. So my tolerance for things are very small, you know. Not with Carter. Like, with Carter I'm so like mushy, but with everything else I find myself having to, I don't lash out, but I find myself in my mind like I'm finding, I don't know, if people who have grieved, like, do you have a hard time sympathizing with minimal things? Like, what I recognize that some people may think is like huge, I recognize that, wow, those were the things I used to be so stressed out about. If you have your health, you have everything. Like, health is literally wealth. And if you have that, you are the richest person in the world. And when I hear my loved ones speak, because I think that it's important for them to also speak about their problems too. I don't want them to ever feel like they can't talk to me because I had such a loss. Their problems are also important. But I also feel like my perspective on life, my perspective on life is so different now, where I'm like, just please just live your life every day. Love hard every day. Because again, it's so cliche, you just never know when God can take the person you love the most. I find myself always wanting to be the strongest person. I'm no longer the strongest person. I don't think that's a flex anymore. I let the whole house know I'm having a really bad day. Can you guys either give me a second, or can you support me in some way? Whether it's, you know, giving me a few moments to myself, letting me just go do something like grab a coffee or something, like just give me a second. Before, I used to just internalize everything and then it would just come out crazy. And I've just been seeing that that's been so helpful for them, because they're not psychic, so they're not gonna know if I'm having a bad day. And it's been so good for me to just release that. So if I am feeling a little overwhelmed, I don't feel like I have to like fake the funk. And if you do have someone you can lean on to them. I think that's what's made my grieving process, I guess you can say, it's helped, because nothing's ever going to be easy for me. But I definitely can say that grieving, and I can say communicating with my loved ones, being honest with myself, being gracious with myself, has been something I'm not used to doing. Like, I'm very hard on myself. I'm my worst critic. And now, not so much. Because I don't want Carter to look at his mom and think that his mom is constantly beating herself up, you know? I want him to know that even if I'm having a bad day, I'm okay and it's gonna be okay. And life tends to do these things to you where they break you, but I choose to be happy and I choose to be his mom and I choose to show up for myself even when I'm the most uncomfortable. Because when I tell you, I was looking at pictures of myself and I was like, oh my gosh, who is this person? I broke out so bad. I couldn't even recognize myself. It was so sad to me because I didn't know how I was gonna come back to Monica. Like when I think of Monica, I think of like bad bitch. Like, you know, like I'm just like feeling myself. I'm over here like, yes, you know, not cocky, not arrogant, but just like that's what I like to exude. And I, for the first time in my life, I am in a shell, child. I am like, I'm finding my way back. I'm in a different space now, but then a few weeks ago, I think it's scary that it's already been 2 months since my mom's passed, and it's scary to know that life is still going. Like, I feel like the world should have stopped, right? Like, hey guys, like, I just experienced this. Everybody stops, but that's just not how it goes. Like, everything keeps happening. Rent continues. You still have to pay rent. You still have to pay your bills. You still have to show up for work. And even just like social media, right? I don't feel pressure to be on here, but I feel like it's important for me to be here for me. Who I am, this is like therapeutic for me. When I tell people what I'm going through, they look at me like, girl, I thought this happened years ago. And I'm like, oh no, it's just a few months ago. And they're like, there's still people who can't even talk about the losses they've experienced from years ago, let alone here I am being able to speak about it, not be shaky. There's days that I am not here. There's days that I am. There's days, it's a constant roller coaster. I know I keep saying I'm going to go back to it, but I am going to get into detail because I think it's important to talk about it, because the more you talk about it, the more you keep her name alive. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Have you not seen my kid? Oh my gosh, he's freaking awesome. No! I'm so sorry, this video is all over the place. It's just literally where my mind has been. All over the place. Even still, again, I believe God gave me my son for a reason. What they say, that God gives to replace or God takes to replace, something like that. Because my son has been my light, my why. And I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful to be able to have my person, you know. And I'm grateful to my fiance too. It's not easy to be one there, right? It's one thing to be pregnant, then one thing to have a baby, but then to also grieve and have all that happen in like less than a year. It's just, no one prepares your partner or your loved ones to, they don't know how to support you. And I'm just very grateful for how everyone has been navigating to support me through this time. One thing I recognize with mental health is that when you're going through something, that's why it's so important to have people in your life that you love. Those people will not need an explanation for your absence. They will not need an explanation for shifts in how you react to things when they know you've been through something traumatic. Loving people unconditionally, with no strings attached, with no, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just, the people in my life right now, I'm just so grateful for them, because I may not be the best texter. I may not pick up every phone call. I may not be the old me from a few months ago, but they never make me feel guilty about it. Although I recognize that I haven't been that person and I still try to be that person, I know that right now my glass is full. And when you have friends in your life, or if you have people in your life that expect you to pour into them when they know that you're going through something, it's time for you to recognize that and take a step back. And for that, I'm just so grateful for the people I have in my life, because I don't have the bandwidth at this moment, just at this moment, to do more than what I can for myself and my family. I'm literally waking up every morning and tricking my brain to be productive, to be happy, to be the best mother, the best fiance, the best me. And I am trying to be that, so that way I can be better for everything else. And I'm just forever grateful for those friends and family who don't take it personal. And I hope that you have people in your life too that won't, because you need time. Like, if I wanted to disappear for the rest of the year, I think I would be okay. Like, I think I should be able to, like, you know. Damn, if you guys have been following me for years, like, your girl's been through it. Jeez, man. Never in a million years would I have thought I'd go through the things I went through. But I guess I just have so much to look forward to. Carter turns 1 in a few months, planning his birthday party. We have a wedding to plan, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just so excited about that. I have a hair on my face. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go in with this Rare Beauty Joy lip oil. Ooh, so pretty. Oh my gosh, did I not blend down there? Sorry, y'all, I haven't done this in a while. Terminamos. I almost forgot I didn't put any setting spray. I'm gonna go in with this One Size Until Dawn, right? Until Dawn, because I don't want to put the wrong one. Ooh, that's so good. So I hope today's video touched some of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Again, I'm so grateful to have all of you guys. If you've been a supporter of mine for all these years, I'm forever grateful for you all. I hope to be back here more consistently, so give me a second, okay? So many things to do in all these plataformas. Dios mío, estas redes sociales me tienen hasta aquí. Pero I definitely want to sit down and talk to you guys more. It's been nice. It's been nice to do this. So I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Adios.